Click the links. Join channel here over at Subscribestar, now over at Odyssey. Thanks everyone over there. So Dignify AI puts the clothing back on women, and Garden Tools are mad about the AI revolution. This one is there's a bunch. Remind me to go through all these because some of them are deeply sad because you're looking at a civilization that is lost. And no. Oh, if you're an SJW, please tune out, unsubscribe. That's not hyperbolic. This is indicative of something much, much deeper. Honestly, I wish I was smarter to be able to convey this, what is really going on. So I wanted to start this by saying that women don't have agency. And that's more true for left-wing women than right-wing women. But unfortunately, you also see men jumping on ridiculous fads as well. And for some, I feel worse when I see men do not this kind of stuff, because men can't be e-girls type of stuff, but men do equally stupid stuff, and I expect more of them. So that's even more depressing when men jump on board that. And I only say this because I know there's only like 2 females who I very much love. Thanks for the beanies. So it's more that people need structure, and in this current commercial zone Weimar that we're living in, the adults have left the building, which was the goal. Globalists destroy nations. There is no diverse society that can survive that, which should make you nervous, because all you have to do is kind of look around and, oh, this is going to get better? No, that's not how things work. This is just going to get worse. So it's better to face that fact and prepare for the future. So the rats in the cage experiment, right? This is even more interesting, because you have a group of domesticated rats who have turned to degeneracy, and so they started cannibalizing each other and going to town on each other in other ways. And the puppet masters are bringing the cats in. So it's going to be interesting to see where these first world bored problem people who are looking for like displacement behavior suddenly have to deal with cats, I'll say. So what happened here is hoes are hoeing, and then complaining about them really is kind of pointless. 4chan is good for making people think. What do they say? It's okay to be white was the last big one. The thing is, they're kind of victims of a dead society, which was killed on purpose. Globalists wanted to destroy it, and over 100 years, this is the brutal one. This is absolutely tragic. Over 100 years, they used feminism and liberalism to subvert it and corrupt it, which they've done. The goal has been accomplished. Now you have these lost, rootless people who are completely brainwashed by TV, social media, and government schools, where they just repeat things. They're incapable of thinking for themselves. If their views get challenged, they just call you racist, and they can't define it or explain why it's a negative thing or a positive thing. That adage of if you don't know your opponent's argument, you don't know your own. And they look at you and they really can't comprehend being able to argue both sides of an issue. What happens is the ADL, SPLC, ACLU, and all those kind of multi-billion-dollar groups tell them what to think, or they tell the teachers and the college professors, and they just parrot it. And then they panic when they're presented with alternative views. You can ignore things, but you can't ignore the consequences of those things. And one of the some of the stuff that just makes you lose your mind was they were trying to do obesity. What was that thing a couple of years ago? It was like 10 years ago, where they were trying to make fat acceptance or something. And you look at this as like, you're trying to make heroin acceptance. Oh yeah. That's just, dignify people's personal choices. It's insane. And then somebody posted a video on Twitter of a bunch of fat activists, and they're like, oh, they died like in their 30s and 40s. They went through a dozen of them, and they all died in their 40s. So that it's good to see that what do they call it, like health at every size or fat acceptance or something like that. And you look at these people like, yeah, you're not going to get anyone in medical backing you up on this. This is insane. This is just insane levels of Weimar. So the subversion of the feminist movement in the past 30 years have been absolutely amazing to watch. And it really was it 2024? Yeah, it really was. It's been about 30 years, and they did 180. So women used to see prawn as what it was, an evil industry pushed by lizards to destroy society. Oh, hey, this industry, what's the self-harm rate of the everyone involved in this industry? And whether, directly chowing down on a 115 grain problem solver, or stuff like ODs, chemical dependency, or drunk driving crashes, fatalities, that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, it's huge. Oh, maybe there's a problem with the industry. No. First Amendment. Yeah, I don't think the founding fathers had this in mind. I did a video on Odyssey and BitChute on that topic. And the thing is, it took 30 years, and they were able to be brainwashed into supporting just the filthiest, degenerate, degrading, dehumanizing acts on camera, and prostitution, and slut walks, and being proud single moms with AIDS, where now they say, oh, sex work is real work. Oh, that's fascinating. That is fascinating. That's 180 degrees from merely 30 years ago. So they're edgy punk rock because they have the same blue hair, tattoos, and piercing that everyone else has. Congratulations. You're the punk rocks on the same sides as the banks, the media, and social media companies. If you're supported by corporate America, then you've been subverted and corrupted. What was the Occupy Wall Street in 2013? And then like a couple years later, you see like Bank of America sponsoring, some pride festival. You look at these people like, wow, what did it take to subvert and corrupt you? The guy's like, somebody drove up to the house with a BMW, like a 7 Series BMW and a briefcase full of money. And they hired me as a consultant, and they just handed me the keys to the car and the briefcase and said, now I'm a consultant, and we want you to go from class war to tribal war, because we don't want you focusing on the banks. And what happened? Oh, they did. That's all it took. I mean, honestly, it's like it wouldn't even take that kind of money. It's more like they hired us as a consultant for like a very small amount of money per year, and they showed up with like 2 pounds of indica or something. Anyway, so this is all bored first world people trying to stay edgy and relevant while they watch the commercial zone America descend into, let me get this thing, I don't know if you can read that, descend into Sodom and Gomorrah, and they have to stay ahead of the attention-seeking curve with more stupid tattoos and piercings. And yes, those are stupid tattoos. You got them because you thought you'd look cool. No, it's actually, no, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. No, we've all done stupid things to look cool. We've all been there. Okay, you're right. I just wanted to look cool. And they have to stay ahead of the attention curve, because they don't want to they just can't accept just being normal. They do everything for attention, except the stuff that's actually hard, like getting in shape, or reading some books. And it's also fake and gay. It actually hurts to contemplate this. Anyway, I guess women really don't have agency, but I mean, it's more like men have make the right decisions. They have a bell curve that's like 90% of the time right decisions, and women have a bell curve that's like 80% of the time right decisions. And people need structure, and the society doesn't offer them any structure anymore, because it's not a society. A nation is natal. It's a group of people, and this is just an economic zone run by the worst people on earth to exploit you for resources, basically turn you into cattle debt slaves. Anyways, so a society that puts whores and thugs up on pedestals is headed for a civil war. So some AI dudes are putting clothes back on whores and removing their tattoos. That's the video. Being a whore is an accomplishment, but this is all deck chairs on the Titanic. What you really want to do is get a 3D printer and the parts and build your own Liberty devices. Because people talk about, investing in silver and gold. I'm like, yeah, but that's kind of a secondary thing, where if Liberty devices, you can build those, and honestly, those will be worth their weight in at least silver in the future. So, think about that 3D printer nationalism, because the founding fathers would be building Liberty devices right now. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Join me over at Subscribestar or Odyssey, and I'll see you guys on next episode.